Alright, hello everybody. We are back for a tutorial guide here. And I'm probably going to put on a little bit more wind resistance. This ball's is finally over 1,000 on this account. It's finally starting to get up there. We'll see what the way that the wind is. But one of the biggest things that makes a Kingmaker so good is the side spin. Notice how I put rock on. That's going to have very good ball guide. There's going to be two methods that I'm looking at to hit this rock shot. If I want the hole-in-one, which I do, I'm probably going to be going for the island. It's the only real way of making it. It's medium risk. If you're very precise and get the adjustment down, it lowers your percentage of hitting it into the water. So I think last tournament that was here, once I got the adjustment down, I didn't go in the water at all. And I might have went in the water maybe once all week, twice all week, out of 30 shots. So, but the only reason that you would go for that would be to give yourself an easy chance to get that hole-in-one. Aside from that, especially on this tee box, the shot that I'm going to recommend is whichever way the wind is pointed. So if it's pointed right, I would kind of suggest that you go left if you weren't going to go for the island. If it was pointed to the left, then I would suggest that you go for the right fairway. You just kind of use the fairway or the wind to your advantage. And here you see it is pointed to the left, so I would use the right fairway. And if I was trying to land it not on the island, I typically would try to land it very aggressively to the left, kind of how you see this account setting up to do here. Landing it to the left and doing it with some backspin and some curl. That's too many rings. So I'm a little worried about this. Maybe up adding power. That might balance it out a little bit. Let's see. Yep, balance it out perfect. But what you're seeing here is it's going to take too much of the slope. It's going to cut in front of the hole. And this is the most popular miss. It happens about 90% of the time that you cut it in front of the hole, and it's never really going to give it a chance to go into the hole. So here you can see we're very close to max. I'm going to show you the setup here. It's usually 4 to 5 backspin and some side spin, kind of how I have it set up here. So somewhere right around here is going to be, and aside from that, we're just going to go dead straight. Now I usually go, at least 7 rings here. So there's 5. You got to do a little bit of an overplay, especially being in the power. And there you see perfect ball. Pretty centered. That's not too bad. This looks pretty good. It does look pretty good. Like I said, that's going to give you the best chance to cut at the hole and give yourself a real easy chance to make that. That was the way to make the golden shot as well. Just keep in mind that you got to do a little bit of an overplay, just a tiny bit, especially, it's a downhill shot, but in addition to that, you're kind of into the power on a Kingmaker. So you will still be able to do that even if you had a, what do I have, a Rock 7? That means I have the 221 version. So you could still do that shot with a quarterback, for example. You'd be giving up 3 yards. As long as you're in the 215 range, it looks like, technically you could just use my aim, and even if you had like a 210 club, and could at least get it where there's no power, and you could at least put the indicator where I just put it in the water as my target line, then you would probably still be okay. So just something to keep in mind. And here you can see kind of the effects of the Kingmaker, and this is kind of what I wanted to mention to you before on this hole is, remember when we played hole 5, I told you you'd need to do little to no curl on this hole if you had a Kingmaker, and as you can see, that's very true. Up, another great ball. That's 2 in a row. So I'm assuming I'm going to miss maybe just a fraction right, just like last time. But all in all, not a terrible shot. But a little disappointing that I keep doing that on this hole. But you can see that you can be a lot more precise having that nice side spin on your shot and not needing to curl it. It lets you be very precise with where you're putting your power to make the shot just a bit easier for yourself. So good luck with that 5th hole. Hopefully you guys can get the ace. You can use my guide. Like I said, that risk of the water is kind of medium level. You can mess up that shot. What's nice is, great ball left or right, it is going to stay on the island with a rock driver. So, you do have a little bit of error. It's going to come down to how precise you are with your movements. Because, for example, if you're not precise with how you're pulling back the arrow, in addition to a one ring pull, it may be the difference that sends you into the water. So be a little bit cautious with that. But aside from that, good luck. I wish you guys luck on that hole. Let me know how it goes, and be on the lookout for hole number 6 coming up soon.